Right, you lot. I thought you lot probably would want a bit of a recap. In fact, I tell you what I'll do. I'll do a complete recap because I've gained quite a lot of new subscribers, and you might not know the whole story. So basically, around about, I think it was in February. I'm pretty sure it was in February when I bought this camper van from a lovely Italian couple. Had a look around, and it was a lovely, brilliant. It was exactly what we wanted in a camper van. Didn't see any issues with it at all. But they had air fresheners all over the place. Couldn't really smell any damp. I had a damp meter that turns out didn't work anyway, so that was useless. Anyway, had a look around and it was nice, so we bought it. A little while after we got it home, I needed to do a lot of engine work. I knew I needed to do a lot of engine work anyway. I knew that because I'd already looked at the engine. I knew it had no thermostat. I knew the engine mounts were gone. I knew the tappets and the rockers and everything needed to be adjusted. And I knew a lot of other stuff. Got it home, done 3 services, flushed the engine out, put new engine mounts on, put a thermostat in it, tuned the carburetor, bled it all out, all the coolant and everything, and the engine was running pretty good. I'd say near enough mint at the time. Going on a little test drive, and I realised that the whole camper part, the whole back, was swaying, and I was thinking, why are the windows falling out? The windows kept undoing themselves and kept falling out. The screws kept undoing. I'm thinking the frame must be moving too much as we're driving around. So then I had a look at the frame, and we went over in the back. Don't know if you can see over there, probably a bit too bright. Went over there where the toilet used to be, and I noticed that it was a bit wet, and I thought, a bit of a leak over there. Anyway, it turns out that the whole frame along the whole back is rotten. It's gone completely. In fact, someone had bodged up that over there, and I'll show you. They bodged it up and didn't even bother to replace the frame. So that right there is where the toilet used to be, and that wall there, you can see there's no frame going from there and going from there, and no frame going down there. Because in the past, what they'd done was, where the wall was rotten, they just stuck a piece of plywood over the rotten wood, and put some little sequin things, those little things that you see on the floor down there. They stuck them over that and just ignored it. Well, so there was no frame. So all of this part was not structural, and it was flapping around, which, because this part wasn't structural, it meant all this part here wasn't also structural, and this was flapping around, which is why the windows kept falling out. And why, when I looked in the mirrors as I was driving, I noticed, I kept thinking to myself, why is it poking out? It was lucky it didn't fall over completely. Anyway, so I've taken all this apart so far. I've taken the partition wall out. What I've got to do is disconnect this for the fan, and then I can get rid of this partition wall. And then I can strip back the rest of this, because it's also rotten all the way along there. And in that cupboard, there's a leak. So I've got to take all of that out and replace all of that with new frame, new wood. I've got to patch up the holes, find the leak, take that wall out, and so that's pretty much where we are. There is also a leak up there, and there's also a leak there where that window is quite bad. Everything gets soaking wet. And there's also a leak where this unit is inside the unit. There's a leak here, and you can see the unit start to fall off the wall, and also where this bed rests on these, I've screwed them back up, but they fell out the wall. The bed fell down. My daughter went splat on the floor. So there's a lot of work that we've got to do here. Also, the ceiling's falling in. This is all wet, soaking wet. There's a leak up there somewhere. I've got to try and find it. I reckon it's around about over there somewhere. It's probably just running across. So what turned out to be a small project on the engine and a little bit of decorating, it's turned out to be quite the rebuild. So unfortunately, I've had to undo all the decorated work that the previous owners, that lovely Italian couple, had. They did. I've had to undo all of that, take it all apart, and I'm still taking it apart now. So won't be doing any holidays in this camper van anytime soon. However, after I fixed the engine, I booked a camping holiday for August. So my aim is, my aim of the game is to get this. It might not be pretty, and it might not be decorated, but I want to get it structurally sound. I want to get it all stripped. I want to get it so there's a new frame, and there's no leaks. And at least then we can drive it around. Yeah, it might not have wallpaper. It might not be painted. It might not have a door on the bloody toilet or something like that. Although that would be easy to do. But what I mean is it might not be pretty. But if it's structurally sound, we can drive it around. We can use it. Then we can go on our little camping trip that I've already booked for August. So that's my aim. Just to strip it out, find the leaks, plug them up, repair them, put a new frame in. And if I can get a wall and everything in it as well, then brilliant. If not, we're just going to go on a camping trip with a bare bones camper. So, here we go, you lot. Here we go. So now with this wall that used to go along here to separate the toilet from the hallway, that's gone, that's over there now. Now we can take this wall out. I've got to take the sink out first. And we can have a look and see. Might have to take this partition wall out. I didn't want to have to. I think somebody's replaced this in the past. But, oh look, we've got a Spidey friend up there. But, this is, look at that. That's a rotten frame there, going across the ceiling. This thing is rotten. It is a shame. It is a shame, but we'll have to get there. We will have to get there. I've got a GoFundMe page for this, by the way, because when I realised that it was this bad, I spent all my money buying the bloody thing. Got no money left to actually repair it. I didn't expect it to be this bad. So I started up a GoFundMe. So if you want to support me and help me get this going, you're more than welcome. I'll put the link for the GoFundMe in the description to this video. It's typical, isn't it? Everything you have to do, you have to take something else off. So I'm just trying to take the sink off. I didn't want to have to take off this anything. But what they've done is somebody stuck a mirror on here, and it's over the screws for the bloody sink. Look, there's a screw, and there's another one down there. So now I've got to try and tease this mirror off without breaking it. There was also mirrors stuck to this wall, and trying to tease those off without breaking them was a challenge. So, oh well, let's tease the mirror off. I don't want to break a mirror, not today. Bloody hell. I don't honestly know why people stick bloody mirrors on things. Why would you stick a mirror over screws? I don't understand it. They put a sticker on it. Have a wonderful day. That was when we bought it. The lovely lady that we bought it from put that on there. But the trouble is, I ain't had a wonderful day yet because the whole thing's bloody rotten and I've had to take it all off, take it all apart. But there you go. Got some glue remover. I'll put some of that down here, trying to lever it off. Hopefully it will soak down into it. I didn't want to get this wall wet at all, because this is a good wall. I didn't want to get it wet, but I ain't got a lot of choice really. I've got to get this mirror off. Oh yeah, I know what's a good idea. Let's stick a mirror on a wall which will probably have to be removed in the future because the whole thing's rotten anyway. Lovely idea, brilliant idea. Bloody hell. It's got grass stuck to it. It's got grass stuck to the back of it. Well, at least that's that off anyway. And wallpaper. Bloody hell. What a crazy world. Anyway, at least now I can get them screws out and we can get rid of the bloody sink. Now I can take that wall out. It's good stuff, this glue remover. Very good stuff. So look, I'm just want to show you this just before I start ripping it all out properly. This is where the frame should be. It was non-existent when I took it apart. This is where the frame, when I start to try and take this board off, the frame's just falling apart. Look. So we've got literally no frame. This is where the rot sort of finishes as such, but it does, I think it does carry along there. Some dickhead has put in a reversing camera and put a load of mastic there, probably hasn't sealed it because we've got rot on that end. You can see on this frame here, that's a piece of frame that should go along there. Was non-existent when I took it apart anyway. This is where it stopped. I haven't done this was already done, but it sort of kind of is a bit rotten along here, but not as bad. So I just hope it, I think it's probably going to go in the floor. I think this is going to be a really costly job, unfortunately, but there we go. I need to go and get a crowbar, but the trouble is my neighbours are out on their driveway up and down and I'm trying to avoid them because I don't know, they just keep moaning about everything. They're foreign and they take over everything, so I'm just trying to avoid them. So I can't go out there and go down to the shed and get their crowbar at the moment until they've gone. So I'm just going to have to try and get this off the best I can like that. But yeah, it's going to take a while. I don't know about you lot, but I reckon there must be a better way to get this wood to separate. I mean, what it is, the polystyrene insulation is glued to the aluminium skin. That's what this pink stuff is, it's the glue. But then the wood, the plywood is glued to the polystyrene. So there it is, look, there's the glue. And it just, oh man, it is a pain to get off. That one was alright because that was absolutely drenched. That was soaking wet. So this pretty much just come off, it was alright. But this one I can't get to come off very easily, so I'm just sort of separating the wood from it, keeping a little thin layer, and whatever comes off comes off. But I'm not a professional, don't claim to be any type of professional. I just wing it, just do what I got to do. But there must be an easier way of this. I think I'm going to see if I can make a hole, and I might better get it off, and get the whole lot off in one go perhaps. We'll get there. Do you know, right, just out of pure curiosity, I got a quote from, I think they were in Devon somewhere. I searched camper van repairs on Google and it come up with some company, something Coastal Repair or something like that. And I just said to him, I said, I've got a Talbot Express. I said, I think it's going to have to be stripped down to bare bones. But anyway, I do know for a fact that the back's completely rotten and it's going to need to be replaced. What would be the price? He said, well, we would strip it all down to bare bones anyway, and we wouldn't just repair one bit unless we could strip it and see that it stops completely. If it's patchy, like you explained, then it would be stripped to bare bones. I said, yes, fair enough. I'd want to strip it to bare bones anyway because I'd want it to be brand new. And he gave me a quote over the phone, right? And I fully understand that they're going to quote high. Of course, they're going to quote high on the phone until they see the actual job. The actual price that they would charge could well be much lower. I understand that before some of you say, well, they quote high just to cover themselves. I know that. But I was just curious to see what his quote would be. He quoted me £6,000 for the job, completed job. That's new frame, new outer skin if needs be, or repairs, whatever has to be done, completely redone and refitted. £6,000. That's a hell of a lot more than I paid for this whole camper in the first place. So don't get me wrong, if I had like £100,000 in the bank, I'd probably just say, yeah, oh yeah, have it, £6,000, just go and take it away, do it, just get it done, because I want to go on holiday and make memories with the kids. But I haven't got anywhere near that in the bank, so. But I was just curious, just to see what they would say the quote would be. £6,000, man, £6,000. For £6,000, I could go and buy a much newer camper, and it would be all right as well for £6,000, you know. But never mind. Let's carry on trying to get this wood off. I just needed a break. I needed an excuse to have a break, so I thought I'd talk to you for a bit because my arm was aching. So let's go and try and get some more of this off. I want to see where the leak is. I'm determined to find where the leak's coming in because I don't want it to get worse. I don't want the floor to go soggy. If the floor goes soggy, I'm completely fucked because then I've got to take all the floor up. And at the moment, the floor's all right. So anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. That's the reason, by the way, in case some of you are wondering why the GoFundMe goal is £5,000. Well, I thought to myself, I had a think, and I thought, if we raise that quickly, I might just get somebody to do the main work, like replace the frame and seal up the leaks and do the skin or whatever, and then I'll take over, and then I can refit it however I want. I want it refitted. I'll just get them to do the main work. I thought about that, but then I also thought, well, if I've stripped most of it off by the time I raise any substantial amount of money, I'll just use that money to make it a real nice camper van, you know, refit it with really nice equipment, do the repairs and everything with new skins and things, because at the moment the aluminium skins would cost a fortune, so I'm just going to repair it with fiberglass resin. So that's my plan anyway. But that's the reason why it's so high, in case some of you were wondering. I just thought, you know, we'll see how it goes. Either way, we're going to have a really cool retro. Is it retro or classic? Or vintage? Retro, classic or vintage? I don't know what the real word is. We're going to have a really cool old camper van by the time I'm finished. In about 30 years' time. I've broken my scraper, you lot. That's that. But I've managed to get quite a lot of this off. You can see here the frame, that's where it goes around. Go underneath here, look, and we can see that this is all completely at it. That's all been soaked in the past. This bit here ain't too bad around the window frame, but then when we get over here, and we're very out of focus, this is all had it. I reckon this wall's gonna have to come out, and we're gonna have a look inside there. There's got to be a leak of some description up there. So yeah, I ain't got round to coming down here yet. I was just starting on tackling this part to come down when my scraper broke. So that's my last scraper. I've gone through about, well, how many did I have? I had a pack of 6, and that's the last one, so 6 scrapers. Gone through 6 scrapers trying to get this off. That's including this part though. So yeah, here we go. I don't know what to do really. I haven't got a scraper now, so I can't do any more scraping to get any more of that off. I might strip that unit out now. Should be a few screws. I might take the unit out. Trouble is, I'm running out of places to put things. Everything I'm taking out the back here, I'm putting up the front, but I'm running out of things. That partition wall there, that's in the way. I've got the door and all the other bit of the unit and everything sitting on where the chairs used to be. I might have to rearrange them cushions so they're nice and try and put some more stuff up on the bed, but I've got nowhere to put things anymore. I've got no other storage anywhere else I can put anything, so it's a bit tricky at the moment. But I think that's what I might do, because there's a lot of rot. It must have run along that metal beam there. Must have run along, because there's a lot of rot in this corner, but there's not a lot of rot around here. It's only in that corner. So unless that corner's leaking as well, on the corner on the roof. I'll tell you what I might do. I might go and get up on the roof and have a look actually, and see what's up there. I think those neighbours have gone out now. I heard a car go and it sounded like their car, so I think they've gone out. So they're just very intimidating because they go around speaking their own language all the time, very loud, and they moan about things. So it's intimidating. I don't like being around them, not at all. Very, very intimidating. So I just try to avoid them. But they've gone now, so I can come out the camper van. I can go down my own driveway. I can go in the garage and go and get a ladder. And we're going to go and have a look on top of the roof. That doesn't look too good. I reckon that's where we're leaking, in that corner. Over here. Right, you look. Right. It's definitely not a good situation up on that roof. Bloody hell. I'm losing inspiration quick this morning, so I think I'm going to call it a day for today. Neighbours have gone out, so I'm going to wash the car while I can. They don't like me washing my car on my own driveway because they're scared of water going on their driveway. So, but they're out now, so I'm going to go and wash the car when I got the chance. And yeah, call it a day for today. The roof, you can see all around that corner on the outside has been sealed up before. When I bought this camper van, I didn't have the opportunity to go and have a look on the roof. There was no ladder, there was no nothing, so I couldn't check that. But it looks like most of the roof's been sealed up in the past. It's probably accounting for that leak. It's probably accounting for most of the leaks. The reason why that ceiling's falling down. So, you know, it's just going to be a slow progress. I don't think I'm going to make the August, you know, usable by August. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do it. I don't think I am, but I'm optimistic. I'm a positive person, so I think we will make it. It's just going to be difficult. I need somewhere to put this stuff, man. Trying to get in and out of here. I can't get in and out the back door because the way I have to park it is right up against the wall there. I can't open it. So, yeah, so that's that. I have to store everything at the front around here somewhere. So my plan originally was to strip the back half like this, repair this, and then work my way around, and repair that wall. And then maybe repair this wall because that kitchen window is leaking as well as that rot up there and that window there. So this is all going to have to be repaired as well. So that was my plan, but the thing is, it's becoming quite obvious now that I'm not going to be able to do that because I'm going to have to take this partition wall out, this wall here. It's probably going to have to come out so that I can see how far that frame rot goes along there. So I'm just going to have to take it all out. It's just going to have to be completely gutted. And I know some of you lot are going to go, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, it's alright if you've got a place, you know, open space. I'm trying to do this on a cramped driveway, you know. As everything I do, I make do with what I've got. I've got what I've got, and I make do with what I've got. Some people have got big driveways, or a big barn, or a warehouse, or just a big garage, or something. Or a professional would have a big workshop. They'd strip everything out, take it all outside, strip all this bare inside and have everything outside. I haven't got the amenities to do that, so I've got to make do with what I've got. So I've got to try and find ways around doing things and problem solving what I can do. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to call it a day for today. Lost inspiration completely after I snapped my scraper. So if I didn't snap the scraper, I was going to get this wall stripped today, but that snapped. So my inspiration has gone. Anyway, gonna go wash the car before the neighbours come back and start moaning about water going over their side of the driveway, even though it goes over there when it rains. I don't know, you lot. See you later. Thanks for watching.